Hi, we're Joel and Lia,
and this video is all about British celebrities that the great British public tend to dislike.
Yes. This is not anything to do with our opinions. We found this video by Watch Mojo UK, who's a great YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And they go through the top 10 British celebrities that everyone hates. And I don't agree with some of them, you don't agree with some of them.
Some I don't agree with.
Some of them I don't even know who they are, but we just thought we'd run through them.
Let's go through them.
Yeah.
Talk about the great British public.
Yeah.
These are opinions held by the great British public and not by Joel and Lia.
We will give our own opinions, but when we do give our own opinions, it will be prefaced by...
You'll know.
Our own opinion.
Yeah.
Okay,
well that's bulletproof.
There we go.
Onto the video.
So number 10 is Simon Cowell, who lots of Americans know who that is as well.
I was about to say sir, but he's not, is he?
I don't think he is a sir.
I'm pretty sure if he was, we'd know about it.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I'm Sir Simon Cowell, actually.
And I don't agree with this at all. Like, I can see, I've heard Americans don't really like Simon Cowell, or they didn't when he first went over, because he's rude.
Oh, he's brutally honest.
Yeah, and that's why Brits like him, because we're like, no, he tells the truth. When someone bad comes on the X Factor and sings badly, he'll be like, that was atrocious.
Yeah.
Please never sing again. And we're like, thank you for being honest with them. Whereas I think maybe America had a tough time because they're like, don't say that to someone, you'll crush their dreams. And it's like, yeah, but they shouldn't sing.
He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care.
And his role within his show is that he's the mean one.
Yeah.
And I think like they all play up to that, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, remember when it was Sharon Osbourne and she was always like
the fun
really
one.
sweet. Wasn't it Sharon Louis?
Sharon Louis.
And him.
And
it used to be the three of them.
Yeah, just three, and then they added in like Danny Minogue, who Sharon didn't like, and
there was always drama. But I think in general, Brits, I think they did like Simon.
Yeah, they did.
So I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. It's not about British people hating him. This video is about everyone hates. Okay. Well, that's a bit more. Let's put it into context a little bit more. Can see why people don't like his brutal honesty as a judge. But like, what's he done to be hated? I think he's kept quite a clean slate within the media.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think he's a good guy.
All he's done is worn a lot of fake tan
and a lot of very white teeth.
A lot of teeth whitening. Yeah. He's so like he looks like what he looks like in Madame Tussauds, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
Si.
Well done, Si.
The next one, I have no idea who this is. Joey Barton.
I've got no idea. I can't comment on that.
I think he's a footballer, so that's probably why we don't know who he is. So we'll just scroll past him.
So if anyone knows why Joey Barton's disliked...
I don't agree with this one.
Number 8 is David Dickinson.
Now guys, David Dickinson, if you don't know, does like Bargain Hunt in the UK. It's like the TV that you see at about 10 AM in the UK.
It's classic British morning television, daytime telly. And a lot of people in the UK will say, daytime telly is a bit crap.
Yeah.
But he's, talking of fake tan, he wears a lot of fake tan. He's covered in it.
And he has very jazzy not sunglasses, glasses. His frames are like really colourful.
Yeah.
Like I think he's really lovely. And like my nan used to love him, I think.
Yeah.
Unless I've gotten that wrong. But I'm pretty sure she used to like him.
I really like him as well. I just think he's a good character.
Yeah.
But people can't stand the guy.
Yeah.
I think people just think David Dickinson's a little bit of like a wheeler dealer, like maybe a bit dodgy.
Yeah. But also, he's not relevant to the younger generation. I think, like we said, he captures the attention of OAPs, but this was in a survey that was done, a YouGov survey, and which is like an official data company here in the UK. And yeah, people just didn't resonate with him.
No, they couldn't relate.
Must just be generational.
Except the OAPs, who absolutely loved the guy because he was out there for a bargain. He loves a bargain.
He loves a bargain. And it was done for fraud apparently a few years ago, so maybe that's why people don't like him.
Who knows?
Who knows? The next one, we do not agree with this one at all.
So the next one that apparently British celebrities everyone hates is Mr. James Blunt. And we do not agree with that at all. We've bloody met him.
We have. You guys will know we interviewed him. There's a video on our channel. Type in Joel Lia, James Blunt. We got the chance to meet him and interview him. He's absolutely lovely.
Really funny as well.
Yeah, he is.
That's the first time we felt like true celebs that we're like, oh no, we can clarify that that's not true. Oh,
yeah, true. This is the first one that we're like, no, it's not true. To be fair, this isn't saying he's not nice, it's saying that people don't like him. And I feel like
it's true.
Even he acknowledged that with the release of his first single, Beautiful, people just were like making fun of him, other artists were. And who was it? Was it Bono that made fun of him or
someone big in the music world?
Yeah, they were just like, they refused to sing with him because they're embarrassed to sing with him.
Oh,
so mean.
That's mean. Yeah, he gets a lot of stick on Twitter.
Yeah.
But he responds to it in a really funny way.
Yeah.
So maybe a lot of the UK doesn't like him, but people are coming back around him because they're like, actually, he's dealing with that hate in a really funny way, and I support really cool. that, and I think that's really great. Yeah. So
I really like him.
We really like him.
Yeah.
It's a shame that people don't like him.
I know.
He's a man who's got emotions, and he sings about his emotions. There's plenty of men doing that, but they just don't have the same vocal qualities as James Blunt.
Yeah.
So all the others get away with it. Ed Sheeran sings about his emotions, and the rest of them. Even Stormzy.
Yeah.
But the moment James Blunt does it, because he's got a higher voice, they don't bloody like
That's
it
what
in the
makes
UK.
him unique. So yeah.
Unique selling point, guys. If you've got it, flaunt it.
Yeah.
If I could sing that high, I would, but I can't.
Nah, me neither.
He can go higher than all of us, can't he? He can really sing.
Okay, so this one, the sixth one is Prince Andrew, who obviously, especially now, I don't know when this video, if this was made before the scandal that came out, but especially now, I'd never heard of Prince Andrew before the scandal.
Oh yeah, we were aware of him, but we didn't know of him.
I'd never heard of him. I was like, there's a Prince Andrew? I just know there's Prince Harry and Prince William.
Like Queen's son.
Yeah.
Obviously you knew the grandsons.
Yeah.
You were like,
but those are the only princes that I know of, apart from
fair.
Prince Charles.
Fair.
I was like, I have no idea who he is. But yeah, Brits all hate him now.
It's bad, isn't it? It all came out, his associations with Jeffrey Epstein, or Epstein, how do you say his name?
Epstein.
And I watched the interview that he did on BBC Newsnight. I think it's Newsnight? Basically the famous interview that he did. And he just didn't interview very well. He came across really guilty. Like, he just really denying everything. He just denied everything, and it was really awkward. He couldn't answer questions that he should have had answers to. Oh, it didn't go down very well.
I didn't see the interview. I didn't really pay much attention to it.
So yeah, he basically had like a friendship.
Well, I know what happened, but I just didn't watch the interview.
It.
I'm not interested. I'm like, oh, if he's done that, then there's no point in getting. Like, I don't want to learn all these horrible. I don't like the news.
It's not nice.
So I'm like, why would I switch on the news and I just know what I need to know and go, okay, he's a baddie.
Yeah.
Don't like
You're
him.
a goodie. You're a baddie. I know. I mean, he could have been completely innocent. He could have been absolutely, what's it called? Oblivious to what was going on around him. But unfortunately, it kind of looked like he wasn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's true and what's false, but that's how it came across.
So the next one is Jim Davidson. We had to remind ourselves of what he's done to make people dislike him. Yeah. But both of us saw his face and were like, yeah, you're a bad guy, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I was like, we know your face. What have you done? Why is it that people dislike you? Well, apparently he just has made fun of like communities like LGBT community. He's made jokes about people that are disabled.
Basically minority groups.
So not very nice.
No, I think he's a comedian, TV presenter.
Yeah.
He's basically just an unhappy old man, I think, that just then makes himself feel better by putting down and making jokes about anyone who isn't someone like him.
Yeah, so I actually don't remember. I think we were probably quite young when this will have all kicked off.
Yeah,
because I just don't remember seeing him everywhere in the media.
No.
But there you go. People apparently really dislike Jim Davidson. Let us know from our American viewers if you're aware of him.
Yeah.
Did he ever break into the US? Not sure. Did they let him in? Would they have let him in?
Don't know.
Who knows?
Roxanne Pallett, again. We don't know who that is.
We don't know who anyone is, do we?
Yeah, well, it's good because clearly we don't really need to know some of them.
We don't hold hatred towards these people because we don't know them.
We don't know them. But the last one, is Katie Hopkins, who we can attest is like, I could have guessed she would be #1 most disliked in the UK.
Yeah.
No one it's unfair to say no one likes her because clearly she's got like a community of people that like what she does.
Yeah.
But
she's an outspoken
woman,
and she's got really strong opinions that are seen as controversial.
Yeah.
So I remember one time she was on the news because she didn't like anyone's names, baby names, or kids' names that were after countries.
But then it turned out her daughter's called India, and when she got challenged on that, she was like, she just didn't know what to do.
Well, she's like, not that kind of India, like India.
Brooklyn and
yeah, she hates names like London, Brooklyn.
But she goes even further than that. So she's very anti-immigration in the UK. She's very, anti lots of things. So At one time, I quite liked her. I watched a documentary with her, and she basically admitted in the documentary that I'm nothing like this in person. I say things to get a reaction, and like in person, I don't care about the issues that I'm talking about. But to get a reaction on Twitter, I will pretend to have an opinion, and that made me, even though I shouldn't have liked it, I was sort of like,
oh, you're like
a character, and like you're joking around, and like as a person, she like switched off from being the villain. Yeah. She seemed really nice and down to earth.
I would like to watch that documentary, actually. If she comes across as a real human being that doesn't think all of the things that she says. If she's basically saying, I say things that could trigger, then arguably we're a little bit like that sometimes, aren't we? Because we sometimes say things to trigger a discussion, start conversations in the comments, see what other people think about a subject.
Just not to the exact same extent, because she is
she's quite political.
Yeah, some of the things she comes out with now, I'm just like, you are an asshole.
Yeah, she's said some horrible things.
She's very far right. She's a completely far right wing, very conservative. But to the extent where she's like intolerant of anyone who's different to her.
And as soon as there's a celebrity thing, she'll jump straight on it and have an opinion about it. So yeah, she's probably doing it for the kind of Twitter algorithm.
Yeah.
All that negativity on Twitter, she's like, lap it up,
I've often thought what it must be like to be her though, because I'm like, sure, well done, you've done great for yourself, you've built this career, because she was only famous because she did The Apprentice in the UK. That's how she became famous.
I forgot that.
And then from then, she's obviously found that she could become even more famous and earn a living if she was really negative. But I'm like, what must it be like to put that much negativity out all the time and to receive it back? How does she go out the house without people like attacking her? Because she is very, very outspoken.
She must have quite a big self-help yoga regime to help her get out of the phase of I'm putting negativity out, I'm receiving backlash back. Like, how does one become immune to that? As our personalities, it wouldn't suit us because we just can't.
We take it too much.
We can't cope. We feel it a lot. So I don't know. And similarly, I would wonder if Piers Morgan would also be on that list, even though he's not in this video.
He definitely would be on the list.
And also, has he ever admitted to his opinions being part of a character? Because he's a journalist by trade. So a lot of what he says triggers people.
Yeah.
And he's said a lot of mean things.
He has. So... Personally, I don't really like Piers Morgan that much. But again, I don't know him personally. So I might just not like the persona that he is on camera.
Yeah.
And in person, he actually might be a really cool guy.
Yeah. He could be lovely for all we know.
Yeah.
He's a dad. Yeah. He's a husband. Like, he's loads of things. He's not... And
he's good at his job. He's good at getting to, like, the meat of the situation and, like, asking the hard-hitting questions. But just some of his views sometimes where you're a bit like... Oh. Do you have to express it that way?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's like a running joke on the show Good Morning Britain that he's the nasty one.
And
like
Susanna's like, oh, for goodness sake, please.
She's that eye-rolling one. The only thing he does do that I really get annoyed about is he interrupts every single guest.
Yeah.
They don't speak, they can't get a word in.
Well, it's because he's no longer just a journalist, is he? He's a celebrity, he's his own thing. So
his personal brand is like, I'm nasty guy.
Yeah.
Well, not... Is he nasty guy? He's just says it as he is.
To be fair, the moment where we were like, oh, we really dislike him is when he interviewed a friend of ours, a YouTuber, Saffron Barker, and he was like, what's your name, what's your job? And she was like, I'm a YouTuber, and I was like, what is that? And he was just really rude in the interview. And it's just like, why do you have to be a dickhead? Why can't you just be a normal person and
I get that his job is like, I get that he's a journalist, and he obviously knows what a YouTuber is, come on. But the fact that he was like, what's that then? He's putting himself in the role of maybe someone older who's watching, or someone who just doesn't know what YouTube is. And then she's like, oh, I make like comedy videos, and he was like, comedy? Oh, do a joke then, be funny. Go on, do something funny. And it's like, it's not how YouTube
He just
works.
reminds me of like an uncle in your family that you're just like, I have no respect for you.
He's that person you don't want to meet at a dinner party because you're like, I can't deal with your questions.
Yeah.
Just watch my channel in private and don't
talk to me.
We felt really uncomfortable watching him interview our friends.
Oh, we did. And we thought we never want to be interviewed by Piers Morgan.
No.
And I'm sure if we ever do, this video will be brought back up.
Please be nice to us.
Please be nice, Piers.
Please,
come on.
We're all scared
I was going to say we can't take it, but I think I thrive when someone's like that, because then I'm like, well, I'll give as good as I get then. Like, I feel like I get very like, this isn't right, and then I would end up like saying mean things back to him.
Yeah, and I'd be like, what he said.
Or we both just cry.
Yeah, that too. That's the other option. Okay, guys. Well, we've come to the end of our sort of top British celebrities that the majority of the UK apparently dislike.
Or everyone, not even the UK.
Oh, everyone. Yeah, keep forgetting that it is apparently everyone.
If you've heard of them, which some people wouldn't have heard of them.
There was about 3 or 4 that Joel and I couldn't give an opinion on because we don't know who they are.
Yeah.
So we're sorry for that, but we hope you enjoyed listening to our opinions on the ones we do know of.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. We post videos all the time about similar sort of things, British things, other things, cultural things, fun things.
And if you want to become a member, don't forget we offer some really cool perks such as early access to videos. So get involved with that. Get your little badge next to your name. They're really, really cute and cool.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you in the next video.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.